Hello, it's Unit 13 on scene here at the Pixie's Workshop at the Homestead. I've been wanting to make this video for a long time, ever since I saw the Tillie Tooter story in the news. It's what motivated me to make this kit that I call the Hit and Run Survival Kit. A complete necessity if you live in South Florida for sure. It never occurred to me that you could be involved in a car accident in such an urban setting and no one notice you. In South Florida, we have swamps, waterways, canals, mangroves, and the ocean. There's water everywhere around us, so it wouldn't be hard to go off the road here and no one notice you. After I saw the Tillie Tooter story, it took me a few weeks to source out the materials. Then I put this kit together as soon as I could. Okay, let's get moving. The first thing out of this kit is going to be the military surplus pilot's insect mitten and head net set for aircrew survival vest that I found on eBay, but more on this later. These emergency sunglasses by Survival Eye Shields pack flat and roll up. You can't be without them here in South Florida, even for a little bit. Now, food. Food, okay. These are really snacks if you look close, but it's all organic and it's only the most desired items by the person this kit was made for. So pack whatever you like, so long as it'll keep you alive and comfortable for a few days. And now, probably one of the most important things, water. You can forget the food maybe, but not the water. You have to have the water. I don't know how anyone, after all of that, could not have to relieve themselves after just 24 hours. I can't imagine not having to go to the bathroom for 3 days. The toilet paper pack has 10 squares of paper and 2 baby wipes in the other half. That should get you through. And then if you gotta go, these double duty bags is the way to go. I don't know what else to do with it, what you're gonna do with it. Now, everybody's so connected to that cell phone, but what are you going to do without it? How would you call or signal for help if you were trapped inside your car and you didn't have a phone? So I took another cue from a pilot survival vest and just used one of these mini flare kits. I tried to find one of the military ones, but I couldn't. Of course, there's always a fire hazard, but you know, the individual conditions will just have to dictate whether you can use that on scene or not. If you know the tropics, then you'll know the pestilence known as mosquitoes. This is where that military pilot's insect net kit comes into place in this little spray bottle of insect spray. You make it DEET or some of this Holmes bite blocker stuff, which is just as effective according to the test. All I can say is you don't want to be without it. And then chapped lips always seem to come with emergencies, so I popped that in there just in case. And then Florida's the only place I've ever lived where you can sweat as much sitting down doing absolutely nothing as you can digging a trench by hand. It's crazy. So that's what that's in the kit for. And then this flashlight. what am I gonna say? This flashlight's little cheapo from Harbor Freight, but it works. It gets the job done. The light has this little swivel on it so that you can hang it. It has a magnet for sticking the metal, and then the two different lights, like a flashlight or enough lights on that LED to light up a room. So I think that would work during an emergency like that. And then it comes down to the case. I found that case at Marshall's, and there was some kind of luggage strap there, so I just took and cut that up and sewed it onto the case, as you can see there, and made it so that it could pull out of the seat. And then from this video here, you can see that it's all the way across the seat, because I figured that right there would give the driver of the vehicle the best chance possible of being able to reach that strap almost no matter where they were in that seat and being able to pull that out. Because quite often in car accidents, the seat back will break and people will be laying backwards in there. At least that's what I used to see when I was a paramedic. And here's a couple of little demonstrations of me being able to pay. You can see how it would pull out of the seat after an emergency, if everything went well. And if you live in Florida, I don't know how you can, or near any body of water, I don't know how you can possibly get into a car and not have a water rescue rope throw bag with you. My suggestion, like the one here, is 75 feet of rope, because you want to be able to reach. 50 feet may not be enough. And then you also want to have one of those little Rescue Me escape tools, because it's got a seatbelt cutter and a window breaker on it. And then you can see how I've got that right there behind the seat on the driver's side there, so that if something happens and you're in the car, hopefully you could just reach right up behind yourself and pull that out and deploy it in an emergency. Well, okay, that's all I've got for my little hit and run survival kit here for the South Florida version. That's all I've got. This is Unit 13, and I am out of here.